Next up, Anna DeWitt.
Good evening, City Council and Denver neighbors. I'm Anna DeWitt, a teacher at North High School and candidate for Denver's school board at large. I want to discuss the meaning behind housing choice is school choice. And as the neighbors of Sloan's Lake listen, I urge you to try to see this project through the lens of someone who's not yet your neighbor, but might like to be. So, housing choice is school choice. As many of us know, the politics of school choice and DPS are a little interesting and difficult to navigate. Yet we all have one goal: to send our children to the best school possible. And some families have that real choice. They can send their students to a quality public school, or they have the choice to send their children to another school outside of their community. But what if all your public schools had to been shut down? What if the schools that replaced them were charter schools with a hyper focus on excessive rules and high stakes testing? This is happening in Denver, but it's important to note this is only happening in our underserved communities. Neighborhoods in Wayne News, Sussman, and Cashman District aren't seeing this. Our more affluent neighborhoods, many of which see little multifamily units, also have fewer charter schools. We have adults fighting over housing policy, and in the meantime, our students are suffering. And as a teacher, I see this. I have several students who live in those communities I described earlier. Their schools have been shut down, and now they have to drive 30 minutes out of their community to go to the next public school. Their families can't afford the average price home close to North High School. In fact, even Denver teachers can only afford 5.4% of the housing in Denver. We must stop building walls around certain communities. Walls of expensive homes that only accommodate certain groups of people and certain children in their schools. We must allow projects that allow the middle and lower class, projects that have affordable housing, and projects like this, so that we can rebuild diverse communities that have been shoved out by recent gentrification, helping us usher in a new age of affordability and neighborhood schools in Denver. All students benefit by having a diverse range of classmates. And we cannot honestly discuss closing the achievement gap between our students and ending the closure of public schools in favor of charter schools without discussing racial integration, racially biased zoning laws, and high housing costs in Denver. Our families and our working class deserve to live in the neighborhoods where they want to send their children to school. I support this project. Thank you.
Thank you. Next up, Michelle.